everybody, welcome back to another episode. Thanks for coming back, and we've got a little tractor maintenance to do today, and it's all about GearWrench. So stick around. Alright, I wanted to give you guys a little closer view of these. Now, I got them out of the organizer. I've got them all cleaned up. They were actually so covered in oil, which I get. I like my mechanism to stay nice and oily, but if these were on the shelf, I wouldn't have bought them. They look that bad. But with that said, let's get into the wrenches themselves. Now, if you look real close, if I back out, from here to here, these wrenches look like they belong together. Now, when I get up into, let's say 13/16, 7/8, 15/16, and the 1 inch, that looks like a completely different set of wrenches. Now, the stamping's the same, the mechanisms are the same, but the size, it just doesn't coincide with the rest of these wrenches from 3/4 inches and below. So those have a nice flow to them in size. And then you start getting into a bigger wrench, a smaller wrench, a bigger wrench, and the 1 inch is smaller than the 15/16. Yeah. Anyway, that it's not a deal breaker. I get it. Other manufacturers do it. I just don't like it. And I'll show you. I'll put them back in this wrench organizer, and you will definitely see it there too. So now, as far as the finish goes, the finish is really pretty decent. If the camera will pick it up, when you get up around the ratcheting mechanism, and I understand the polishing process is a little tougher through there, but I've seen a lot better. Now look, we do a lot of work out here on our ranch, and these things are going to get pretty beat up. Now, we do take care of our stuff, but they're going to get used. But when we spend our money, we do want the best that we can possibly get for every greenback. See, this one here is terrible. It's got several nicks off the edges of that boxed in, or that open end. That one looks pretty good. That one, if I can get her to focus, those don't look too bad. The finish, looks like it could be better, but not the end of the world. Okay, now I can keep going on and beating them up on their finish, but here's a couple of things I noticed. If you look real close here, you will see this wrench is bowed. I mean, it is bowed something terrible. It's not only twisted, but it is got an arc in it. Now, I thought, okay, well, that's just one. See, this one sits nice and flat for the most part. This one sits good. This one is also bent. Not as bad as the 1 inch, but it's got a pretty nice arc in it. Coming on down. You see it a little bit in the 9/16, coming on down. Look at this bad boy here. Now this one is bent something bad. I mean, that is terrible. But will they work? Yep, they'll work. I've checked all the ratcheting mechanisms and they work. And that's really what's important here. So
But keep in mind, this set of wrenches here is a big set of wrenches. This is a 12-piece set, all the way up to 1 inch, and it is very expensive. I mean, you can price this online. Go to HomeDepot.com. GearWrench is not cheap. 9509N is your part number. Okay, here we are in the organizer, and hey, you know what? I don't want anybody to get me wrong. I think GearWrench makes some great products, but it's my job to do the review, and they need to know, right? So here you go. You see these all belong together, and then you get to really, once you get past that 3/4, then they get a little bit goofy. And I get it, they don't want them to get so big, but it's just aesthetics, I guess. Maybe my OCD. But okay, so these all fit great. These are like a twist lock. So you'll see these, you put them in here and you kind of twist them and they lock in place. Now when you get up here to your 15/16, it just flops around. It don't stay in. The 1 inch doesn't stay in. But these do kind of flop around. I don't really like that too much, but you know, hey, they're gonna lay on their backs anyway. So, okay, let's put these things to work. Okay, so what I gotta do is replace this fuel tank. And to get to it, I've gotta remove the toolbox bracket and toolbox. And I gotta start with these two of these bolts, and two bolts on the other side. So the entire fuel tank assembly R&R will be for another video, but we'll break a couple of these grade 8 bolts loose and with the open end, and then we'll finish it with the ratchet. Just give you an idea what we're looking at here. Man. Oh. Say those were on there.
run this bolt back on, see what she does in the reverse direction. The mechanism's really smooth. And I'm not wearing gloves. I want to see what they feel like in my hands. Not bad. Tractors have a lot of vibration, so it's very important to use lock washers and get them tight. The torque applied to that open end doesn't feel like I've opened it up at all. It's got good, and it fits the bolt, I think, properly. Before we get too far on that fuel tank, we'll go ahead and disconnect the battery. Folks, that's it for the 13-piece, 12-point reversible ratcheting combination wrench set in SAE. I'd say, all in all, a pretty good buy. Outside of a couple of flaws that can be overlooked, I think this is going to work in our toolbox. So, anyway, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks.